G'day legends, how's it going? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're at TAREE Tip Tracks, which is in Kona State Forest, and there's some super cool tracks, and I'm trying something different. I'm going to be putting the GoPro on the helmet and doing a little bit of a talk and ride. So hopefully it works out. Let's get straight onto the helmet, straight up to the top, and we'll get some sick action going with some commentary. Catch you guys later. Alrighty, at the top of probably one of my favorite hills around town, TAREE Tip Tracks, Kona Forest. We're about to drop into upriver. Oh, just rebuilt these corners. They're running sick. Bit of a rock garden and ooh, bit of a rim bender in there if you're not careful, and some sharp, dusty corners. Yes, and an inside line. I'm gonna save that for later. Just rather hit these berms, smack them. Bit of a tight left-hander there. Get on the gas and do a bit of an air. Sick shark fin coming up. Yo, stay right and hit this jump. Sickest wall rides you've ever seen. Yo, oh, straight through those. And as we go into the bone along. Yo, big pre-lift over the table. Keeping our speed. Love these doubles. Big huck. Scrub low on this one. Yo, get kicked high and maybe a pre-lift jump. Yes. Oh, drift like crazy. And now take it easy for a super sharp left-hander into Hell's Garden. Now, I don't know about you, that sounds like a pretty imposing name, but trust me, it's one of the most beautiful bits of track you'll ever ride. Bench to perfection, bit of a high line there. Watch all the bar bangers. So it traverses across this ridge and then drops into one of the nicest gullies. Along this section there's some world enders, some bar grabbers that'll catch you if you're not careful. Coming up, case in point right there, big one. Oh, someone's been blowing the tires off the edge there. Oh, bit of a slippery route. Oh, sorry, I think I hear you guys there. Gotta be careful because you could end your day pretty sour. Oh, stay on, stay on. Love it. Now we get into the fast section, a bit of a drifty left-hander and into Hell's Garden itself. Absolutely pinned down this bit. Oh, a little bit of vegetation there, keeping it friendly. Oh yes, how flowy. And now we're into the gully itself, and it just keeps on going and going. Got a couple really flowy left, right, sharp right there. Keep it loose and on the gas, get a bit of a sprint into that one, pump your way across and just keep on going with the flow. Absolutely beautiful. Get on the back wheel there. Got some friends on my bars, some greenery. Oh, face hurts from grinning, it's so good. A little break might clean that up a bit. Off you go, buddy. Now we drop into another bit of gully. It's a nasty rock on my right here. Boom, right there. Oh, I think I hit you guys on the chin there a little bit. Sorry about that. Now, trying to stay smooth. It's so satisfying when you can find a line and just stay with it and pump your way through. Another bit of a sharp one there. Gap these roots. Oh, stay flowy. How beautiful. So this pre-lift across those rocks, stay smooth. So this bit of bush got burnt recently, and some of the builders have done some incredible work to get it back up to scratch, and that pretty much marks the end of our run. How good. That's upriver into Hell's Garden at TAREE. It's got to be a 10 out of 10 for me. How good are bikes? Now we climb up and get a shuttle from mum. Loving life, man. So good. And here comes mum now. Just the absolute dream. Right, we're back at the top. Up here for run 2. See if we can find any new lines as we surf through the TAREE dust, through the rock garden again. Stay smooth is the important part there as we make our way into these tight corners. Get a pre-lift on that. The insides, I might have a crack at it this time. Come through it. Oh, yeah, I don't know about that one. That's a pretty tight line. And then we come into our favorite shark fin again. Get a bit bent up. Take it around that one and maybe carry a bit more speed. Gap off that one. Just keep on hammering through these beautifully sculpted features. Pre-lift over that. Got some spectators there. Getting a bit dusty. Pre-jump and everything out here. So good. Scrub it like crazy. Oh, onto the back wheel. Keep the drift going all day long. We're going to continue straight on this one into some of the bigger jumps. Pre-lift jump with a scrubber. Just speed into the big one. That's a deceivingly big jump, that one. I remember riding out here when I was probably 8 years old, and I was hitting that jump, and Dad was like, "What are you doing? That's ridiculous." It's crazy how it evolves like that. It's just so much fun to get on the tracks. Might have to do a little breather and wait for Dad to catch up. It's a bit of hard work doing the talking and riding at the same time, but hope it's worth it for you guys. Hope you're enjoying the show. Here comes Dad now. And as we drop into, you could call this downriver, but I think it's more just known as river. You have the upper section, lower section, some super flat corners, and it's so dusty at the moment. You really gotta get those elbow squares and attack them. Gap across some of the roots here, but okay, well, a little sneaky inside there. Almost gets the better of me. Gapping up and all over. This is a fast section. You gotta be careful. Insiding everything. Taking away. Big compression. Boom. You gotta get on the back wheel and keep it safe with those ones. Go into a bit of a drop here. I'm not doing the gap there. Sorry about that. Oh, someone's been blowing out their back wheel there. Unlucky. Manual that one. Might try gap that next lap. Pretty solid one there. Sharp right hander. Oh, it's so blown out. And send it to the sky. Go massive. Drift across those roots, and we're going to stay right. Continue on to some beautiful woodwork. Some oh, that almost caught me out there, coming across those roots. An inside gap there. Oh, it's a bit spooky. Flat corner coming up here. Right there it is. Got to keep your gas going there, stay smooth and fast. Into a sick wall ride. My goodness. I feel the eyeballs going into the back of my head on that one. Tell you what, the builders have done a number on this one. Standy flicking and riding, and here we go into this crazy feature. Woo! Love it. Oh, hats off to the builders, holy dooly. Jump manual, and whoa. Get that back wheel sliding. How good. Oh, what a beautiful run. And some serious hours of work on that track, and it sure has paid off. Beautiful bit of single track. Love it every time I come out here. It blows my mind, especially considering just a few months ago this whole bush was on fire, just engulfed in flames. And it's great to see that can bring new beginnings from an unfortunate event like that. So it's great to see that the club's recovered and brought back some beautiful trails. On to the next one. Beautiful. Let's go. How's it going, guys? Awesome. Loving it. So, hey, you guys have a good one. Oh, back into the action again. On to the third run. Oh, that rock garden doesn't get any less sharp, and these corners don't get any less dusty as we make our way through. I'm going to leave that inside line for later when it's a little bit more moist, because it's quite tricky. Let's try this line over here. Where do we go? Yeah, maybe skip that one. It's a bit sketchy. Feels like I'm not actually riding the track a bit. So coming up onto the Bona log, I've wanted to jump manual this for a while, so might not happen today. That's all right. Plenty of time for that. Here we go into the scrub jump again. Scrub it like crazy. Yes. And the pre-jump. Beautiful. That's the driftiest corner ever. I love it. I need to click my gears up a little bit. Big old pre-lift. So good. I'm gonna cross over the road here, watch out for little fella, into what is affectionately known as Oliver's. Now this was one of my all-time favorite tracks ever, full stop. But the fire destroyed them. So this is my first, oh my goodness, massive berms, massive jumps, far out. Someone's been giving this some love. Holy dooly, do it to manual. Massive berms. Oh, big shark fin. Keep in mind, I've never seen this before. Bit of a double. How good? So fast. Oh, yo! You can absolutely slay that left. How we track along. It's been a machine in here. Holy dooly. So good. Oh, drop a foot. Oh, get clipped back in. That was wild. Inside that one. Oh, yes. Bury your bar on that one. That is a beautiful corner. Well done. Love this G out. Get air time to flat. As we build our speed up, I believe there's a wooden double down here somewhere that's been appearing on lots of Facebook posts as we make our way in. Holy dooly. Would you look at that? I'm gonna take it slow. Whoa, that's definitely jumpable. We're going back. We're gonna watch out for Dad, but we're gonna go back and jump that. That is absolutely wild. Hats off to the builders again, blowing my mind. Look at this piece of work. I knew they got a grant and it got a bit of funding from the government maybe, I'm not sure, but look at the way this is like engineered. This is incredible. I think just a couple cranks and you'd be able to clear that, no dramas, but this is built with the most professional outlook. It's incredible. Should definitely be walking up this. I'm gonna get off so I don't run into Dad. That could be a bit of a nasty surprise. But the last time I came out here, this track was just destroyed. Now we come back, it's grown back up again. It's beautiful. Here comes Dad. Hit the rollers. Take her easy though, they're a bit sharp.
Just right for you then?
Yeah. Here he goes, watch that. How nice. So we're gonna walk up and fingers crossed, I hit it with the right amount of speed, we could just gap straight across the top of those. But I don't know, I'm a bit funny about woodwork like that because just imagine crashing onto some woodwork. No, let's not talk about it. Not think about that. Let's just be safe with it. Let's be smart. Ride within our own ability. I think that's plenty of room to get our speed for it. This corner's had a bit of a hard time from traffic by the looks of it. It's been a bit blown out. You ready? Okay, we're dropping in. Oh, it's getting a bit spooky. Let's get on the gas. Let's get a bit of speed into this one. Yo! Onto the back wheel. Do a bit of a scando off the foot. Oh, sick as two-wheel drift, and we are done. What a magnificent trail. Holy dooly, that just works flawlessly. It's rare that you see wooden features that are built and behave exactly like dirt. They almost always feel a little bit funky, but that is beautiful. Keen for some more. Let's get it. Made it back to the summit thanks to a bit of fossil fuel assistance up that hill. Shuttles never get old, absolutely love it up here. And now we're gonna take it onto a trail that's existed since all of my memory of riding out here. It's had a couple names actually. I remember if you're hitting it from the bottom and going up, there's a sign that said it was a stairway to heaven, and on the way down it was highway to hell, and then it got called trampoline, and I've heard people calling it like brain damage and other awesome names, all of which you could say to a local and they know exactly what you're talking about. Bit of rear wheel love on that one. Gotta take it easy on these corners because last time I came up here I had a bit of an accident and did a bit of damage to the old AC joint. It was on this corner right here. See that tree right there? Just had a little bit of a lapse in concentration and went a bit wide. Glanced my shoulder off, but I didn't really think much of it until I started feeling some pretty solid pain in my shoulder, and back to the physio, turned out it was a bit of damage to my AC joint and my bursa, which was definitely not much fun, I can tell you that much. So I've recently started wearing a bit of shoulder protection in the form of like a IXS trigger an IXS trigger body armor. It's been working beautifully, and as we come up the climb, Dad's on my tail, giving me a bit of heat from behind. He's caught a lapper. I'm gonna have to put a bit more pace in, but yeah, this trail, I remember one time I raced an enduro up here, and you had to race up this hill, and it was absolutely brutal. It was definitely a challenging stage for everybody there. Straight into this super sharp corner with a little bar banger on there to keep you company, to make our day. This little rock garden, and oh, it's not as gnarly as I remember it being. Yeah, you find that as you get older, you get a bit bigger, maybe a little bit stronger, these features all seem to halve in size. It's crazy, especially considering if you've been riding them since you were, you know, single digits. Bit of a gap here. Oh, yeah, not even close. There's a split line up here where you can either choose to go left or right. I think I'm gonna go left because it lines you up a bit of a transfer across, get a bit sneaky with it. There's the right line over there, you can see that, but here we are over the left. Bit of a sharp corner over some rocks, and we've met back up with the other line. Not sure what the fastest line is in there, but up, very sharp right-hander on the brakes into this track here, which is called Lobotomy. All these track names out here are pretty scary. Oh, almost lost the front wheel there, but a bit of quick reflexes on the old inside foot. All of these corners are very heavily used, so you definitely need to keep your wits about you because there's not a whole lot of exit support on them. So if you come into them too quick, you can see my shadow there, hello. But yeah, if you come into these corners too quick, they might get the better of you. Come up high and to drop in, yeah, that's a good one. A lot of support on that. And the traverse line, missed a little jump there. And watch out for that little inside tree, and we come on into this corner. So much gravel on the exit, that was not very fast, but that's what it's all about, working out where the lines are so you can come back and smash it next time. Bit of a jump there, making our way into this. Let's go. That was much better. A lot of importance in these corners is having good exit speed so that when you come along these straights, you got plenty of speed, because if you stall in a corner, you're not going to have much speed for the rest of it. And probably the hardest one on the whole hill. Really rocky, really slippery, very challenging. And it's a good kind of challenging because it challenges everyone almost to an equal degree, because pretty much everybody can ride this track. And it's just when you start turning up the speed, you also turn up the difficulty in proportional relationship. And so good. It's why we love bikes, man. It's just the best. Into one of our final corners, I believe. That one's lost a bit of its back end. Beautiful bit of bush here. How lucky are we riding bikes on a weekend? Doesn't get much better, does it? And I think we're traversing over to Skull, one of the original trails that was more challenging when I was quite a bit younger, but we turned down into a little rock garden. We're going to be going into a very sharp creek crossing that it's claimed a couple back wheels. I think we got that okay. Straight on the gas. Like I was saying earlier, I did an enduro race on this where you had to sprint up and out of that gully. Absolutely brutal, because like, you can hear me puffing right now. It's tricky doing the talk and ride thing. I'm not sure if it's the best sustainable way to get the fastest times, but old mate Josh Carlson does it pretty well, so why can't I have a cracker today? It's a beautiful day to be on our bikes. It's a balmy 20. I'm sounding like a weatherman right now, but it doesn't get much better than this. Riding bikes and having fun. Oh, and there's the shuttle car. Thank goodness for the shuttle car. I'll see you guys again at the top for the next run. So as we drop into yet another run up here, beautiful conditions, but it's super dusty. It's all kind of brutal actually, but get up on the back wheel and get a bit of scrub around. Not really feeling like going crazy and doing absolute heater runs because just having so much fun. It feels like it's good to maybe slow down sometimes and just enjoy the trails that you're riding. Oh, love a good manual as we make our way into the slippery stuff. Jumping across. Just might wait for Dad here and show him this tree I've been waiting to show him. So, saw this one last run and I thought I've definitely got to go back in there. This is some raw, rowdy freeride tech with some extremely sharp corners, and right now got a feeling it's going to be extremely loose, maybe a bit blown out, but as we traverse across, I believe it's called Resurrection from memory. If you're a local, get down in the comments and correct me if I'm wrong, because I'd love to know what it's actually called and how good. Bit of a bar scraper there as we make our way down. Oh, that's a tight corner there, but we made it stick. These switchbacks are awesome. This would be a prime enduro trail, just classic enduro. Extremely raw, rowdy and natural. I think there's a bit of a tight squeeze up here, then a drop off to the left from memory. There's your tight squeeze. Get on the gas and we drop into a pretty solid rock garden. That absolutely ran away from me. That edge is gone. Oh, might have to get a replay on that. That was incredible. Holy dooly. Try not to get complacent because I am pretty much on-siding this. Haven't seen it in a while. That was absolutely disgraceful. That was not very impressive of myself. So let's try and take it easy. I might be getting a bit excited here. Oh, into a rock garden. Oh, that was definitely not the line to be taking, but we made it stick. I'm gonna be honest, I think this track is worthy of the old elbow pads, but don't have them on me today, so I have to make the most of what we got and maybe gap that. Oh, gap that again. It'd be amazing what an extra rundown this would do for me as far as knowing where all the lines are, but that is a stellar trail, but it's not over yet. That's the best part. We're about to drop back into Hell's Garden. Is that a log ride? I think it could be if you're creative enough, but not today. Not today. I have a couple interesting relationships with rock and logs, so I've got to take it easy and cut our losses with those ones as we drop back into the gully. A bit of speed, making our way through to Hell's Garden once again and get to experience that beautiful understory vegetation that's come back after the fire. But as we exit that trail, whether it's called Resurrection, whether it's called something else, a verified banger from me. Absolutely loving it. But what blows me out with this trail, just how smooth it is. Flow, unrivaled, but definitely not a free ride, that's for sure. When I say free ride, I mean as in you gotta pedal, you gotta make it work. It doesn't do it for you. The corners, very rewarding to somebody who first of all knows where they are, and second of all you're able to commit to them, because any lapse of commitment they'll eat you up. Here we go into that G out with the rock. Beautiful. The process gobbles it up. No match. Didn't even stand a chance for that witchcraft in the rear end of this bike. As we make our way into the next G out compression, thread the needle, beautiful, love it. We're carrying some good speed, absolutely loving it. Get your front wheel up across those. We make our way, this sneaky corner, come light of this route and left underneath it. It got the better of me there. We had a loose little baby head there. A rock saw my front wheel and said, that's mine, I'm taking it. And it almost got the better of me. Luckily, a quick little Sam Hill of the left foot. Not to be comparing myself to Sam Hill or anything, just the flat pedal Thunder Brigade, but you know, it's okay to drop your foot sometimes if you need to in an emergency. Because if I didn't then, probably would have been eating a bit of Taree loam, which right now is pretty dry. But the show's not over. We're going up again. This time I think we might be going back over to Oliver's to do some bar draggers on those massive berms. So let's get into it. As we drop into this again, this will be one of our, I think our third or fourth run down this today, and it gets better every time. Just skip across those. The bike making it a lot easier for me there. Get up on the back wheel. Pre-lifting is incredibly important, as you probably notice as soon as you start getting a bit of work done on a BMX track, because if you can get your front wheel up and over a feature and not worry about hitting the front side of it, you can get so much extra speed. Let's try the old jump manual again. Oh, getting closer, but not today. Make that a little challenge. Scrubbing through here. Love it. Absolutely love it. Get that to manual. Oh, almost looped away from me there. Infinity drift. How good. Beautiful. Just get the old jump and do a little quick shoulder check there. Don't want to get caught off guard by a four-wheel drive and do some damage, because I've heard of it happening before and don't want it to be me. As we come into this track, blowing my mind, look at the size of that. Beautiful. Jumps, berms, what more could you ask for? At your local, well, not local, but pretty close by. Lucky as. Oh, maybe a bit hot into that one. Woohoo! A bit of two-wheel drift going there. Don't you love it? Oh my goodness. I feel like a couple runs down here, you can start going stupid fast into those. That's the corner that caught me off guard last time. It's not crazy. Not sure what happened to me in that one. Into the, oh yeah, into that left-hander there. Beautifully made. And then into this fun feature, straight into the air to no speed. That'd be a different story if I was racing that one. Don't know what I'd try and get my front wheel over the top of it or something, but we'll leave that for when I actually have to race it. Big Scandi skid, and we make our way into this sick wooden feature. Let's get up. Yo! Oh, perfectly built, perfectly made. And as we finish this off, we're gonna thank the trail builders. Oh, because that run is phenomenal. You might have heard me earlier on saying that that's one of my favorite trails ever built. It's been reinvigorated because truly masterpiece. If you're ever in Taree, make sure you stop off at the tip, because you've got some world-class XC trails over there with an insane variety of tech, climbing, flow, smooth, rocky, rooty. You got everything, and then you come over this side and you got some of the best gravity trails in New South Wales. So kind of incredible, and I think that we made the right decision coming here for a day trip, because it's such a beautiful bit of bush. I think its temperature's perfect, and we're gonna head over to an all-time favorite of mine, 3x3, and there's some new features on there. I'm gonna get serious for that one and get a GoPro pod for the Instagram, because I got a feeling we can hook pretty hard into those new wall rides. Here comes Dad now. I'll be seeing you over at 3x3. Let's get it. Make our way up the small little climb to 3x3. We're earning our turns for this one. I don't know if the old Hilux could make it up here, but it's all worth it because this trail is next level, isn't it, Dad?
All right.
Beautiful. I might be quiet for this one. Maybe turn off the chatterbox because on the Instagram I'm after a bit of that raw Kona silence, making that raw noise through these beautiful features. But I'm sure you could imagine that I'm just as stoked as when I'm talking, because any day on a bike's a good one as we make our, sorry? Yeah, chuffed to be out here. As we make our way to the summit, I don't think I have my bottle on me. May as well just drop straight in. Okay. Yo, yeah, you're all good. Quick little intermission there to talk to some local legends. How good was that? I know I wasn't talking, but I don't know, I could almost hear myself in my head just going, holy smokes, because that trail is unbelievable. Those new wall rides are just incredible. Like the way they've been built, they're built out of, they've got metal foundation and it's been carved. I'm not sure who's done it, but whoever has, they know what they're doing, because you got this effect when you go into it. It's like pumping into a roller and it just throws you at the next one. And I think I said it earlier, but you can like feel the G's. You can just feel your eyeballs sinking into your skull because it's just that intense going through those berms. Not to mention the actual 3x3 gully itself. I think it was called Dave's Gully on steroids once, because the solid features in there. Because I remember when I was just a wee fella going in there, it was very, very imposing, dropping into those big G-out compressions, those big wall rides and berms and everything. I think I owe a lot to this place, because I mean, it's almost where I learned how to ride, because I remember always coming up here for Christmas holidays and we would do absurd Ks in the bush with Dad. I think when I was still on a 20-inch bike and we were doing like 50-kilometer days or something. Absolutely ridiculous for not only your base fitness but your skills. And beautiful day to be in the bush. Doesn't get much better. And I think that almost wrapped us up. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me. It's been an absolute pleasure. I look forward to doing this more, because it basically takes out all the pain of building a video, and I can just do it while I'm riding my bike. Doesn't get much better. I can do everything I like at once. So if you're enjoying these type of videos, let me know, because I really look forward to making some more and showing you some incredible work from some incredible builders. Are all from all around the local area. So if you like it, give it a big thumbs up, maybe hit that subscribe button if you want to. You don't have to. And I think I might see you guys next time. So you take it easy, legends, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one.